So today we're doing a desk setup. It's not for me, it's for my 7-year-old son, Lucas. He is doing a lot of homework. He needs his own space. He's using a computer quite a bit now, and he needs a proper desk, okay? And I asked him, what do you want? Do you want an RTX 3090 Ti? Maybe, I don't know, dual screen, 240 hertz monitors? And instead of that, he looks me in the eye, dead serious, and he says, RGB. Broke my heart. I almost got rid of him, but that's what he wants, okay? And that's what he'll get. Now, the one thing he really needs is a standing desk, because standing desks are not only good for your posture and your health, but he's very animated. Like, he stands up a lot. Even when he's like doing work, he's like moving around. He's just a very animated person. So we looked at a bunch of different companies and we found the Uplift desk, and I found the pricing to be very reasonable. And instead of getting the basic laminate top, we decided to splurge and get the walnut butcher block. And because we're gonna be keeping this for a very long time, I might as well spend a little bit more now to be happier later on. It's not a big desk. We didn't go for the biggest one. We went for 48 inches wide and 24 inches deep. So a good size for his age. And it just has everything you'd want in a standing desk. You know, the motor is very smooth. There's different presets you can choose from depending how high or low you want the desk to go. The other thing we did was decide on no external speakers. I think on a 48-inch desk, sticking speakers on it is just gonna take up too much space. So Marshall, who was kind enough to sponsor this portion of the video, sent out their over-the-head earphones, and the price on these guys are really good. And the design of them is very iconic. It reminds me of like headphones from like the 80s. You know, it has that like retro, iconic rock look. And they're very small, so they fit on everyone's head, especially his, because he's obviously younger, and they're comfortable. You know, it's faux leather, but they're very cushiony. They don't break your head when they're lying against your ears. The pads are nice and thick, and they're very easy to use, okay? There's one button, and you can use it to control the volume. You can tap it to pause or play or move forward. And a headphone jack in case you have a buddy who's over and wants to listen to what you're listening to. But the crazy thing about these guys is the battery life. Like literally 80 hours of use before needing to charge. There's no active noise cancellation, but because they're padded, it does provide some passive noise cancellation, and it works pretty well. They're 40mm drivers. I found the bass to be very forward and the audio to be very bright. They're good. And the beauty about it is that it supports wireless charging. So as long as you have like a charging pad lying around and it supports Qi charging, it will work with it. It doesn't come with a charging pad, but it will work with one. Now, when the headphones are not on, he could also use the speakers that are built into the iMac. I didn't want to do a gaming PC with him. This guy's 7 years old. If I put a gaming PC on this desk, he'll be playing God knows what until like 3 o'clock in the morning without us even knowing. So we're gonna start with an iMac. It's perfect for school. The M1 is inside of this thing. The color's blue, so it matches the theme. It's a great computer, beautiful display, and the speakers still sound good. So when he doesn't have the headphones on, he's still gonna get good quality sound. The mouse, I wanted something not too big, so I chose the Logitech G305. This is a great mouse for smaller hands. It's wireless, it's built well, the battery life is incredible. You don't have to use the wireless dongle inside. You can connect it via Bluetooth. And as he gets a little bit older and he's still using it, he can simply just like throw it in his bag and use it with his laptop. Now the keyboard, I don't think he's gonna get to keep, because I personally like this keyboard a lot. It's by Coolmaster, it's the CK71. It's a mechanical, wireless, or wired keyboard, and it's just very well built. The body is plastic, but it does have a metal plate on top. Obviously, every key is per key RGB, so you can customize it to whatever colors you want. But I have a new rule in the house, okay? If the keyboard does not come with a volume knob, then I don't want it. This one does, and that just makes changing the volume so much easier. The beauty about it is you don't have to use it via Bluetooth or wired. It also comes with a wireless dongle if you want lower latency. Now, if you do have it plugged in via the braided cord, then yeah, you're gonna get like a 1 millisecond response time, which is great for gamers. But it's good because the switches can also be swapped out. Now, I went for the red linear switches, but you can swap out the keycaps for different colors and customize whatever colors you want. But for a 65% keyboard, it's definitely one of the better ones I've used in a little while. Now, all the little knickknacks and the laptop stand is from GROVEMADE. These guys make beautiful, beautiful products, okay? There is a walnut planter to house these tiny little plants that we picked up from Home Depot. And then you have a walnut pen cup for his pens and pencils and rulers when he's doing his homework. And then you have this beautiful headphone stand that's not only made of hardwood, but has a vegan tan leather. There's a little bit of steel inside of there. It's one of the most solid headphone stands I've bought for this desk. The beauty about this company is, yes, their stuff is a little bit more expensive, but a lot of it's handmade. You know, they sand it down, they add this vegetable tan oil to it. It's just very high quality stuff. And to add some warmth to the entire setup, we went with a gray desk pad. It's a cloth desk pad. Now RGB, the most important thing, at least according to Lucas, is from a company called GOVEE. These are the neon LED light strips. Okay, these are more expensive than your standard cheap RGB strips you can buy off Amazon. Like, this is the good stuff, okay? The cable's thicker, we got 2 of them, and he was able to like bend and move them into any position he wants to and create this design. I have no idea what this design is, but I think it looks pretty cool. You can use Alexa or Google to turn the lights on or off, or different modes. You can download the app and change it to different colors. And it also light syncs with audio. So there's tons of different customizations you can play around with. Finally, the last accessories are the startling stool in myrtle green. And this is like a stand sit stool. And I think this is very good for him because it forces him not to sit too long. And even if he's standing, he can kind of lean against it. The thing spins 360 degrees. The color kind of matches the top of the keyboard and the iMac. And it's a good way to keep him standing, right? To get his posture going, to get his blood circulating. And it's also quite comfortable for a stool. So that wraps up Lucas's setup. Straight up, this kid is spoiled. I think at his age, I had a cardboard box and a banana peel. So he's lucky. This kid is lucky. He doesn't know how good he has it. But if you're interested in any of these products, of course, there'll be links in the description down below. Let me know if you liked it. What would you do differently if this was your desk setup? Please let me know. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.